If you are driving a modern hybrid or a newer vehicle with an electric cooling system and you see the temperature gauge creeping up or the fans roaring at full speed constantly, you might be dealing with code P261B. This code stands for Coolant Pump B control circuit range or performance. Unlike the old days where water pumps were spun by a belt, many modern engines, especially hybrids from Ford, Toyota, and Honda, use electric pumps controlled by the computer. The computer looks at coolant temperature, intake air temperature, and engine speed to decide exactly how fast to spin that pump. When you get this code, the computer is trying to tell the pump what to do, but the feedback it is getting does not make sense. This is severe because if that pump is not moving coolant, your engine can overheat in minutes, leading to catastrophic damage. The symptoms are usually obvious, like the malfunction indicator light, the air conditioning blowing warm because the system shuts it down to save the engine, and those cooling fans sounding like a jet engine. Troubleshooting this requires a bit of detective work. First, locate Coolant Pump B. It could be on the front of the engine, in the wheel well, or near the firewall. Inspect the electrical connector closely. You're looking for burn marks, melted plastic, or that greenish corrosion on the metal terminals. That green stuff is a signal killer. Clean it off with electrical contact cleaner if you see it. If the connection is clean, you need to test the pump itself. With the harness disconnected, use a multimeter to check for resistance across the pump terminal. If it reads 0 or infinite, the pump's internal motor is shot. You also need to verify that the pump is getting power. With the ignition on, check for 12 volts at the harness power wire and make sure the ground wire actually goes to ground. Sometimes you can use a test light connected to the battery positive and touch the ground circuit while using a scan tool to command the pump on. If the light does not flicker, you have a wiring issue. It is a smart system, but when it fails, it needs a methodical hand to fix. So take your time and check those circuits carefully.